Hello students, today we'll start part number 4 of New Kings and Kingdoms of your history chapter, and today we'll study about the administration of the empire. In the previous videos we studied about different kinds of dynasties, Cholas, Pandyas, Rashtrakutas, right, etc. So today we will study about Cholas dynasty and its empire. First, settlements of peasants means where the peasants used to live. These settlements of peasants were known as Ur, right? And I am telling you that these peasants became more prosperous due to the development in irrigation, right? Agricultural production increased and these peasants became very prosperous. So these Urs very prosperous. Group of Urs, यानी कि these kinds of villages, right? These kinds of villages, a group of these villages were known as Nadu. These were the larger units than Urs because these were the groups of some Urs or these kinds of villages. So these were the larger units. Okay, and these larger units had some kinds of powers, some kinds of administrative powers. What kind of administrative powers? They used to perform some dispensing justice system, right? They used to maintain the justice system and collection of the tax, right, under the supervision of their higher authorities of Velas people. Later, just we are discussing about rich peasants of Velala caste. This is the name of caste. Velala caste peasants belonging to this caste used to have some more powers. What kind of powers? They used to perform and they used to supervise the affairs of Nadu. Means the Nadu used to work justice, maintaining the justice system and tax collection. So these things were supervised by Velala caste people and under the supervision of Chola kings. Under the supervision of Chola kings. Okay. So in this way, we studied till now Ur. After that Nadus were controlled by Velala caste people, right? Under the controlling of Velala caste, Nadu used to work. After that, the Chola kings gave titles to landowners. These kinds of landowners like Velala. Muvenda Velan means serving three kings. The peasants serving three kings, right, were known as Muvenda Velan. This was the title, one kind of title provided by the kings to the peasants or the landowners. Araya, it means chief. This was also one of the title that was provided by the Chola kings. Now next is association of traders. This is about the towns. In towns, the association of traders were known as nagrams, and these nagrams used to have some administrative rights, and they used to control the administration in the cities or in towns. So administration in towns was controlled by the association of traders were known as nagrams. Understood? Next is Uttaramarur. This is a place situated in Tamil Nadu. In Uttaramarur, an inscription was found, and in this inscription we got the knowledge about Sabha. Means some kinds of Sabhas were there, and Sabha used to control the administration system with the help of some committees. And these separate committees were there in the Sabha, and these committees used to supervise and look after the irrigation, gardens, temples, etc. And the eligible members of these committees were described or were publicly. Names of these eligible members of the committees were written on tickets, on small tickets of palm leaf. Getting my point? Types of land. Under the Cholas administration system, there were several types of lands were there. Velan Vagai. Velan Vagai was the land of non-Brahmana peasants. Non-Brahmana peasants. Proprietors. These were the owners of these kinds of lands were known as Velan Vagai. You have to remember this name. Velan Vagai, first kind of land of non-Brahman peasants proprietors. Second is Brahmadaya. Brahmadaya, this was the land gifted to Brahmanas by the landowners or by the Chola kings. So it was known as Brahmadayas. And this was the land gifted to Brahmans, was looked after by the prominent Brahmans association. And these assemblies were consisting of some prominent Brahmans, and they looked after the Brahmadaya these lands. Shala Bhoga. Shala. Today we use the word in part Shala. So Shala Bhoga, this was the land for maintenance of schools. Devadana or Tirunama Tukkani. Tirunama Tukkani. This was the land gifted to temples, for the temples. Right? Pallichandam. Pallichandam, this was the land donated to Jaina institutions. So you have to remember the names and their description of these kinds of lands. Right? Now let's talk about the contemporary dynasty of Chola dynasty, China under Tang dynasty. So Tang dynasty was very powerful dynasty in China, and it was established in 7th century and it ruled till 10th century, about 300 years. About 300 years it ruled over China, and its capital was Xi'an. This city was one of the largest city. One of the largest city in the world at that time. So it was visited, very famous city. It was visited by Turks, Iranians, Japanese, Indians, Koreans, different kinds of travelers, different kinds of explorers and traders used to come to this capital, Xi'an. Next is this administered by, means this dynasty, in this dynasty the administration system was controlled by bureaucratic system, right? So this dynasty and the ruling dynasty administered by bureaucracy, recruited through an examination, means by the kings of Tang dynasty used to recruit the bureaucrats, right, for the administration system, maintenance of administration system in the capital or in the empire. So these kinds of bureaucrats were recruited through an examination, and this kind of examination in China, it was continuously done till 1911 with some kind of changes. So this was about the Tang dynasty in China and its administration system. So this is the end of this chapter. I hope that you understood all the topics of this chapter. If you have any doubt, you can write me in the comment and you can ask. Right? Thank you. Have a nice day.